After prolonging the inevitable for as long as possible, the Scottsbluff School Board votes to close the Splash Arena after repair costs go off the deep end. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, it's the end of an era as the Scottsbluff Board of Education votes to close the Splash Arena. Scottsbluff Public Schools Director of Facilities and Maintenance Randy Scott says the problems were too significant and too costly to repair.
So we closed the facility down temporarily after we had some increased chemical costs, which led us to look at our utility usage. When we looked at that, we saw that our gas, water, and chemical usage had all gone up, indicating a leak usually. So we shut the pool down. We shut off all the makeup water. We monitored the pool leakage, and we did that at different water depths and different ways to determine how much water we were leaking out of the pool. We were leaking about 7.5 gallons a minute, or about 10,000 gallons a day. That led us to do a number of different tests that we worked with Josh Benz from Associated Pool and Jack Baker and Barry Swanson from Baker and Associates. We did dye test. We had divers check the hydrostatic valves. We measured the water loss at different depths of the pool to see if that played any role in it. And what we found was that the leak was pretty consistent throughout, and it didn't seem to be leaking just from one area.
He says from the district standpoint, that last round of issues was the breaking point.
So what we were faced with was, when we had always talked about a pool closure, the pool tank itself was never in that discussion. We always felt like it was going to be the air handler, the water main, or some infrastructure in the electrical that would cause the shutdown of the splash if it were to happen. So the pool tank was completely unexpected. The cost ranged depending on what the dewatering costs were, and if we're able to line the main line, the cost ranged from like $380,000 to almost $500,000. And of course, that cost didn't address all the other things that we'd already identified that were potential causes for the shutdown of the pool.
Moving forward, some of the pool's features will see future use.
So moving forward, one thing that we will do is the starting blocks will probably be relocated for our swim team and for the torpedoes use at the YMCA. We're going to meet with the YMCA and see if there's anything in the facility, maybe the lane ropes and of course the starting blocks that could be reused. In terms of equipment, most of the equipment was long past its life expectancy. The exception would be the boilers were fairly new. They're towards the end of their life expectancy. We're going to winterize those and see if there's any reuse throughout the district. There's some different ways that we can reuse them sometimes.
As for the rest of the facility, Scott says that will be a school board decision. He says the structure is reusable, and ideas include a multi-purpose room, additional storage space, or level it for more parking. On one final note, Scott wanted to clue the public in about this tough decision.
I just think want to address probably one misconception is that there's probably the thought, or I've seen the comments, why don't you just continue to operate the pool as you have? Well, as we have, we've been losing 7.5 gallons a minute. That's all going into the water table, so we have to consider that. Obviously, we can't continue to operate that and leak that amount of chlorinated water with acid in it into the water table. So there really wasn't an option to continue to operate it as we were.
For a short-term plan, the Sea Cats and Torpedo swim teams will be utilizing the facilities at the Scottsbluff Family YMCA. Well, from pools closing to pools opening, as the Westmoor Pool in Scottsbluff is now on track for a Memorial Day opening. However, due to staffing limitations, the entire facility may not be open initially. City Manager Nathan Johnson says they need more lifeguards to come in to be able to staff all of the various features of the pool. Johnson is hopeful that by Memorial Day they will have enough people hired.
We're slowly but surely getting lifeguard applications in. We have about a dozen hired so far to date. We're always looking for more as we try to expand the availability of Westmoor Pool. We want to keep that open as long as we can throughout the summer months, and we're always looking for lifeguards.
In addition to lifeguards, Johnson says the city has several seasonal laborer positions open in the parks and cemetery departments, as well as environmental services. Well, coming up after the break, another scorcher out there today. Temperatures will be tapering off in the next few days. The Warriors got you covered with your midweek forecast right after this.
It is never too early to start planning for retirement, and working with an experienced financial advisor can put you on the right path.
At Platte Valley Investment Center, our team of financial advisors will work with you every step of the way to maximize your retirement income.
Call me, Jody Rosiska, or Rick Morehouse, financial advisors, to set up your free, no-obligation consultation.
Raymond James Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC. Life well planned.
May is Beef Month, a time to celebrate the high-quality beef products that are raised by farmers and ranchers right here in Nebraska. With over 5 million cattle fed and marketed each year, Nebraska is the #1 cattle feeding state in the country. From steaks and roasts to ground beef and kebabs, Nebraska's beef producers take pride in raising safe, wholesome products that end up on dinner plates around the world. Join the beef community by celebrating Beef Month with your favorite beef meal tonight. Beef, it's what's for dinner in Nebraska.
Sponsored by 21st Century Equipment and Platte Valley Companies.
How does Arby's sell the most euros in America? Having over 3,000 stores with this insane 2 for €6 deal certainly gives us a head start. Also, passion.
Arby's, we have the meats.
For sandwiches.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the Arby's Weather Center. Arby's, we have the meats.
We're going to be dealing with a few showers and storms around early this evening. We've seen a couple of those. They're going to decrease. Chances of precip go down as we go through the evening hours, and temperatures fall only into the 50-degree range overnight tonight. Another mild night. Thunderstorms are going to develop late tomorrow. They could be severe. Highest chance of severe storms for us coming Friday. It's going to be cool and wet Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday of next week. Not cool yesterday. 84 was our high, 41 our low. As we look at precip, we didn't have any here yesterday. Still right at 6 inches for the year. Mild and warm temperatures right now. Downright hot in some areas. 81 in Sioux Falls. It's 86 right now in North Platte. 87 in McCook. We have a few pockets of some cooler air where it's been rain cooled. 88 in Ogallala, 80 in Sydney, 84 up in Chadron. It's 81 right now in Wheatland. Winds, you can see where a couple of those thunderstorms are, producing a few of the stronger winds. Otherwise, 15 mile an hour under will pretty much cover everybody. All right, we do have some stuff to talk about when it comes to severe weather here the next couple of days. Let's start with today, and we have just general thunderstorms out there, a slight chance of those going through this evening. Let's look at tomorrow, though. We're going to bring in a chance of severe storms now. As you can see, this is the slight risk category, so we're moving in to the slight risk of severe weather. This is going to be here into portions of the northern Nebraska Panhandle, mainly along the North Platte River Valley from Scottsbluff, Bridgeport, Oshkosh, down to North Platte and northward. Primary severe weather threats tomorrow going to be some large hail and some damaging winds, and it's going to be a late afternoon into the early evening hours as we look at severe weather tomorrow. But an even higher risk of severe weather comes on Friday. You can see that slight risk. The marginal risk covers all of us here in the Panhandle. The slight risk into the eastern counties of the Panhandle. And we already have an enhanced risk, so that's moved up a category for Friday. This area, we're keeping an eye on it. It keeps sliding a little bit further to the west. So we'll have another outlook coming from the Storm Prediction Center tomorrow. We'll have two of them tomorrow for the day Friday. And we'll keep a very close eye on this pattern, and we'll see where we end up with this area in this orange, brown shaded area. Damaging winds, large hail, and some tornadoes appear to be possible on Friday as well. Could be an active day Friday, so stay tuned. We'll keep you up to date on that. Those thunderstorms, you saw them move off and away from us. That's it. We're going to be dealing with clear skies tonight. I don't think we're going to have much in the way of any additional storms around once those move on. Lows right around 50 tonight for most of us. It is very mild out there for this time of year. Then tomorrow we're getting right back at it with sunshine to start the day. Sunny through most of the day. Watch what happens later on tomorrow in the afternoon and evening hours. Winds come up out of the south, pushing in some moisture. And we saw a line of thunderstorms move off to the east across northern portions of the Panhandle. That's where we'll have to watch for the best threat of severe weather. It is going to be downright mild tomorrow and hot. Look at Ogallala at 91, 89 in Oshkosh for tomorrow as well. This is going to take us out for several days just to show you still what's ahead. We told you this would change. It's changed some from yesterday. Just through Monday, we're looking at a half an inch of rain for most everybody. That looks like a pretty good bet as we're going to see some widespread rains coming in our way. Any of the isolated thunderstorms should move off. A few clouds tonight, lows around 50. Better chances of storms developing tomorrow. Some of them could be severe, highs in the mid-80s. And then a better chance of severe storms coming on Friday as we have highs only in the low 60s. And we'll be in the low 60s again on Saturday. In the upper 50s Sunday. Look at Monday, Tuesday. Highs only near 50 both of those days with good chances of getting wet. And then by Wednesday, we rebound of next week. But we've got a good chance of getting wet from late Sunday all the way through Tuesday with much cooler conditions. And yes, we can't even rule out some nighttime flakes of snow, but a hard freeze looks unlikely for most of us.
How does Arby's sell the most euros in America? Having over 3,000 stores with this insane 2 for €6 deal certainly gives us a head start. Also, passion.
Arby's, we have the meats.
For sandwiches.
Come on down to the mixing bowl if you are craving something homemade just like Grandma used to make. From glace and garlic sausage on Mondays to cabbage burgers and butterball noodle soup on Thursdays, you can't go wrong. And with everything in the bakery case baked fresh daily, you can count on a tasty treat with your morning or afternoon coffee. Stop in from 1 to 3 during the week to get 15% off any coffee or pastry during our coffee happy hour. The Mixing Bowl on 10th Street in Gearing, bringing great food and great people together.
Logos in Gearing is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos in Gearing.
Are you ready to join the celebration? Then what are you waiting for? Switch to Viero today and find out exactly why we're better. More towers than the competition, convenient stores in your neighborhood, friendly, helpful customer service, and top phones at excellent values, such as the iPhone XR for free. That's right, get a free iPhone XR when you purchase any other iPhone of equal or greater value. Viero Wireless, your better choice for wireless service.
Welcome back. A student who was already expelled from Bluffs Middle School is now facing felony criminal charges from police. A letter sent home to parents from the Scottsbluff Public School District said the student allegedly threatened 5 other students with a gun during nighttime hours at or near Lincoln Heights Elementary School. The gun was not believed to be loaded, but the student is currently incarcerated and charged with multiple felonies. The letter said there was never a threat made during school hours or threatened the safety or well-being of students within the daily education environment. No names have been released due to the age of the student. Well, the man charged with the May 2018 stabbing death of a 32-year-old Guernsey man following an altercation in Fort Laramie was back in court today. 27-year-old Jamie Snyder is charged with first-degree murder for the death of 32-year-old Wade Ershebeck. Investigators say the stabbing was the result of a dispute over a stolen vehicle title. However, Snyder maintains that he stabbed Ershebeck in self-defense. Back in February, Snyder returned to Goshen County for a competency hearing, and forensic pathologists testified that Snyder was competent and fit to stand trial on that charge, which carries the death penalty. Today's hearing in Goshen County District Court was a status hearing, but County Attorney Eric Boyer was unsure if a trial date would be set today or at a later date. And more changes coming to Monument Mall in Scottsbluff. About 1 month ago, Harbor Freight opened its doors on the southeast corner of the mall. More visible changes are now coming to the northwest corner. Today, crews were working to install signage for the soon-to-open Dollar Tree. Current projections for the new store are to be opening in early mid-June. Well, coming up after the break, we'll be back with more news headlines. Don't touch that dial. KNEB.TV News will be back right after this.
Logos in Gearing is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos in Gearing.
KNEB presents country music rising star Dylan Scott. Friday, August 16th at the historic Midwest Theater in Scottsbluff. Presented by Allo Communications and Viera Wireless. Tickets are on sale now at the Midwest Theater box office, by phone at 632-4311 or at midwesttheater.com. Dylan Scott, August 16th at the historic Midwest Theater in Scottsbluff with KNEB.
We've been an Allo customer from the beginning, 15 plus years.
Almost 15 years.
15 years now. They live here, they work here, they give back to our community. That's very important to us.
It's the difference of night and day between our old internet provider and Allo.
Having that reliability and that speed is extremely important.
Nobody matches that speed.
It was a game changer.
Allo came to my site and helped me resolve an issue. At that point, I knew Allo was the company that I wanted to stick with.
Sometimes events in life are planned. Others, a happy surprise. No matter what life change you're navigating, whether you're getting married or just want a bigger yard for your pup, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today. Retirement. A new season in life where you can change how you live it. And something easier, convenient, that feels just right. When it's time, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today.
Welcome back. A new report says Nebraska state government collected far more in taxes than expected last month. The Department of Revenue said Wednesday that net tax collections in April totaled $660 million, which is 15.1% above the certified forecast of $573 million. The department says net sales and use, individual income, corporate income, and miscellaneous taxes were all higher than expected. Nebraska has collected about $3.9 billion in the current fiscal year, which ends June 30th. That's 2.6% above the state certified forecast. Well, state lawmakers spent yesterday debating a proposed budget, but was still unable to advance it to final reading. Much of the time was spent discussing an amendment to fund a study of why so many nursing homes are closing or going into receivership in Nebraska. Senator Kate Bowles wants $174,000 for an independent study, while opponents say the Department of Health and Human Services has already done one. And Nebraska state officials are pushing back against allegations that prisoners aren't receiving proper health care and mental health treatment due to deliberate indifference by the Corrections Department. The Nebraska Attorney General's office argued in a court filing that the Department of Correctional Services provides excellent access to health care and has invested millions in new facilities and employees in recent years. Well, straight ahead, we'll take a peek at what's happening around the region on the community calendar. We'll have that right after this on KNEB.TV News.
For the card-carrying fan, get your Husker Visa debit card so you can take the game with you. Free with First Free Checking.
What are you waiting for? A 6-year limited powertrain warranty? Savings on performance-matched implements? 0% APR financing for up to 5 years? Head down to your local Kubota dealer before September 30th and take advantage of this incredible offer on the BX Series, America's best-selling subcompact tractor. Kubota, this is what we do.
Come into Sandberg Implement, your local Kubota dealer.
Your local Kubota dealer is Sandberg Implement in Gering.
At TC & More in Scottsbluff, we have toys and puzzles for your children, or they make a great gift. TC & More has craft activities, pretend play toys, and dozens of puzzles and games for all ages. We also have the largest supply of Melissa and Doug toys. And we still carry all of your classroom essentials. Remember to like TC & More on Facebook. TC & More, 1621 Broadway, beautiful downtown Scottsbluff.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a peek at what's happening on your midweek community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scottsbluff and Gearing, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gearing at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
I'm Marcy Meyer, Vice President at Platte Valley Bank with your Mortgage Mythbuster of the Week. Some people think that building a new house is difficult because construction loans are too complicated. The truth is, our lenders will work with you every step of the way to make your construction loan go to work for you. The mortgage lenders at Platte Valley Bank are here to help you find the right programs to fit your needs and your budget. Stop in today. No question is too big or too small.
And finally tonight, a junior at Scottsbluff High School has made the list of those achieving a unique status among students across the state. Catherine Rising scored a perfect 36 on the ACT test that she took back in April. And during the Scottsbluff School's media luncheon on Tuesday, Principal Mike Holly said they were very surprised when they opened the results for the testing for all students and had to call her in immediately.
And we told her, we'll give you the weekend to tell whoever you want to tell, and then after that, we're going to figure out how we can publicize it and recognize you. So we're very proud of you and want to congratulate you, and we're excited. I've been here 15 years now. I know I haven't seen it in my time, so it's a pretty remarkable accomplishment.
When she was called into the principal's office, Catherine said she had no idea what was happening until being told of the achievement. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you here next time.